Episode 8 of my hiking trip is a short one, as today I'm hurrying to catch a bus, a boat, and moving to the next stretch of Kungsleden Trail. Next episodes, however, will be more fun, as gorgeous places are ahead of me. My day started with a breakfast early in the morning, but not as early as usual. You know, I usually try to get up and leave before sunrise. But that day, however, I had to cross a lake and opted to pay for a motorboat crossing somewhere around 7:40 in the morning. There are several large lakes along Kungsleden. Some of them you can cross either with a rowboat or with a motorboat that goes twice a day. The other ones are too large, and rowing across is not an option. This lake is the former, but I still opted for a motorboat. Call me lazy if you will. The annoying thing about rowing is that there are always 3 boats, 2 on one side and 1 on another. If you get to a lake and only 1 boat is on your side, you cannot leave that side without a boat. You have to row to the other side, take another boat, bring it back, and then row across, hence making 3 trips instead of 1. Not an easy task. Plus, I had a bus to catch that day. What I don't like about taking the motorboat is the fact that you end up on the other side with the other hikers who stayed in the hut that night, which ruins my favorite solitary rambling. I usually try to assess the speed of others and either hurry up to be in the lead or fall behind, or maybe even stay somewhere in the middle, between the fastest and the slowest of the bunch. Crossing the lake, we got into the sunlight, which will make hiking quite warm, not mentioning a rather steep uphill, straight to the start of the trail. Most importantly, there is quite some logistics today, as I have to cover 16 kilometers, catch a bus at 14:25, and then catch a boat to Saltoluokta mountain station. Day 8. As I mentioned yesterday, it's only 15 kilometers today, but I need to be very quick about it, because I need to catch a bus, which will take me to a boat, which will then take me to the next part of Kungsleden Trail. The view was beautiful, but I was trying to be quick to make it to the bus in time. So you won't get much footage from me today, because I'm just racing against the time, trying to catch the bus. And the trail isn't the easiest one. At least from now on it's mostly flat and then quite sharp downhill, but quite rocky as far as I remember. Because last time I've done that route, but last time that was the end of my journey. The bus just took me to the nearby hotel, and then next day I left home. But this time I'm continuing to the next part of Kungsleden, and yeah, I think I'm excited. At least at the moment, I'm happy that I decided to continue my journey. Have to hurry up. I'm exhausted. My calves that have been suffering for the last 7 days are screaming. But the worst is the sun. I'm going to walk in the sun this whole day, and it's already so hot. I'm sweating so much and I hate it. But the view behind me is beautiful, isn't it? Luckily, when I get to the other side of the mountain, a beautiful view will be in front of me, and that will cheer me up. Also on the other side, it won't be uphill, it will be downhill. As you get to the highest point of the trail, you get to see gorgeous mountains of Sadik National Park. I was hiking close to them when I was doing Patilanta Trail a couple of years back. It's really cool to make out the familiar shapes. Then I was just hurrying up towards the road, without filming much else. I made a short stop to have some tea with the other chibars, and continued fighting the rocks and the heat of the hike. There is a hut just by the bus stop, and I was really looking forward to getting to it, paying it a fee and hiding from the sun inside, till the arrival of the bus. As much as I love mountains in the north, the downside is no shade along the way, until you start getting down to a valley with a typical short birch forest. I'm going down to the hut by which the bus usually stops. I think I'm very close. Hopefully I'll be there within half an hour. But it's so hot. And I'm not sure if I'm happy about this good weather. I mean, it looks very nice. But I'm also more of a fan of cool and cloudy kind of weather, which honestly looks much better, I think, in the pictures. And I hate the heat so much, and the sun. Ugh. So I got to Vakkotavare Hut and spent about an hour sitting inside, finishing my tea and waiting for the bus. There was one thing I was really looking forward to, and that was cake. Yes, cake. I took this bus, the one I'm going by, before. For example, when I hiked and skied Tarfala, and I knew that it will stop at a tiny restaurant at Tarfala. It is silly. It takes about 20 minutes to get to the other bit of Kungsleden, but the bus makes a stop for 40 minutes. Great for me though. It's always a highlight of my journey. To be fair, I haven't been eating well. It's always like that, no matter how hard I try. When I get tired, I have no appetite, and I can never stuff enough energy bars down to replenish all the calories I lose hiking 10 to 11 hours a day. So, any option of taking more calories is welcome. And I never say no to a cake. After all, it's 5 more days of hiking ahead, which means no cake till I'm back to civilization again. The bus is timed perfectly to a ferry that takes me to Saltoluokta mountain station. There are many travelers on board. Only few will hike along Kungsleden, but Saltoluokta is a great place for day hikes of all levels and is quite popular. How adorable is this? I got myself a tiny room with a very nice view, and it's really nice that I booked well in advance, because I just heard that everything is fully booked, and I got myself a room. And I'm very much looking forward to shower and dinner, and finally I have phone reception, so I'll be able to send some messages. And I probably will be tempted to check my work emails, which I really shouldn't since I'm on a holiday, but I know that I will. But it's so nice to just have a nice bed to myself for the night, and tomorrow I'll be going back to the wilderness.
Björken, krassen slokar och alla klagar på regn som tokar. Hösten är här, hör man beständigt. Snart är det mörkt.
And this was the end of day 8. I enjoyed a lovely dinner in a nice company and went to bed, refreshed by a shower, and ready to return to the wilderness on the following day.